Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today for the Better Business Bureau here in Wisconsin. We've got Tiffany Schultz back. Tiffany, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming back on the show. And today we're going to be talking about tips for buying jewelry. I mentioned to you off air here that when you go, for me, when I've gone out to buy jewelry, my wife would be like, yeah, he didn't buy me any. Anyway, when I go out and buy jewelry, I'm always like, how do I really know if this is legit? So I'm excited to kind of talk about this, and maybe I'm thinking ahead here for Valentine's Day or a special moment for my loved ones. But buying jewelry, where the heck do you start?
You're looking for that special piece of sparkle for her to put on her ring or her finger, or maybe wear it around her neck, or even some earrings. And how do you know where to start? There's so many options out there. A local jewelry store, pawn store, maybe you're even buying it from somebody who's posted on Facebook Marketplace. The first thing that you should do, especially if you're purchasing it from a local establishment, is to check bbb.org. Head on over bbb.org, check the jewelry store's ratings, any customer reviews they have, any complaints. It also doesn't hurt to do an internet search on that company, follow it by the name of the jewelry store, scam, complaint, and customer review, and really find out what people are saying about that company. Head on over to their social media pages. See how much trust they're putting in the marketplace. Are they active on social media? Are they not active on social media? Get a lot of information, because that piece that you're buying is probably a pretty big investment.
Yeah, I would definitely say that you're setting yourself up for a better result in the purchasing in success of that piece of jewelry by just starting with the research. Another area you say, and this would be an area that I think is tough because there's so much of it. But set a budget and expectations. Where do you even start there?
Before you even start, set your budget, because you're going to be shown pieces once you get to the store of pieces within your budget and pieces beyond your budget. And a lot of times they're going to want to sell you those items that are beyond your budget. If you go in there and say, this is what I have to spend, this is only what I want to spend, don't let them show you pieces that are outside of your budget, because likely they're going to upsell you. So stay within your budget and know what you can afford.
What about asking some questions when you're there? Like, I feel like some people, and I know this when I was out by an engagement ring, I took a group of people with me who were kind of new to ask some questions. But if you're afraid to ask questions and stuff, and trying to really figure out anything, I mean, what would you recommend if you're heading out to be ready to answer some questions, or what would you suggest asking?
Get all of your questions answered ahead of time before you make that purchase, because once you go ahead and make the purchase, if there's anything that you don't like as part of the transaction, sometimes you're not going to be able to return it. So you want to ask about warranty, you want to ask about the quality of the product, you want to ask if it's returnable or not. What if it's an engagement ring and she does say no? So lots of things are going into that purchase if you're making big investment in a sparkling piece of jewelry.
Yeah, and that does lead, you kind of comment a little bit on it, but the fine print as well in these things. When you're really looking at lifetime guarantees, which I feel like anything that says lifetime should come with quotes, but when you're looking at that fine print, you would circle probably warranty, guarantee, buzzwords, if you will, that might not mean exactly what they are.
Ask questions and find out what that means. Lifetime guarantee usually has an expiration date on. Is it 10 years? Is it 20 years? Is it really lifetime? Most of the time, it's really not going to be lifetime. So find out the answers to those questions before you go ahead and swipe your credit card.
All right, the big one. I lost the ring. I dropped the ring. I lost the piece of jewelry. Keeping the receipt. How important?
Ask about insurance. Insurance is going to protect you, and it's going to protect your investment. The jewelry store may likely have some type of insurance plan that they can offer you, or other insurance companies. For example, the insurance company that you have your homeowners or your renter's insurance through, your car insurance, they may offer a jewelry insurance product too. So go ahead, compare quotes and find out what's best for you. But if it is a substantial piece of jewelry, you're going to want to insure that.
Yeah, that's so important. And you can't just walk in and say you lost it or it's broken without some type of proof. And it seems like certificates are so important in these circumstances, especially at certain dollar amounts. Definitely want to be on the lookout for that. Turning the attention, you mentioned about picking these things up on Facebook. Maybe you see something on Facebook Marketplace or any type of online thing. There's some common things that no matter what you're buying, whether it's jewelry or something, that you want to do if you're going to meet up with somebody to make it a little bit safer. What do you suggest?
If you're looking at purchasing a piece from somebody who's selling on Facebook Marketplace, how do you know if it's real or not? That's the key question. You can certainly meet in a police department lobby and do the transaction there, but to really find out what the quality of the piece is, you may want to meet at a local jewelry store that you've checked out ahead of time. Make sure that you give them a call to see if they're willing to help you through that transaction with the other consumer.
Well, I mean, I think we've got some good tips here on buying jewelry and whatnot, but I'm sure there's more information on this and making sure that you do your homework before you go out and buy any jewelry and more. If people want to learn more about this, how can they find out more?
You can find all that at bbb.org.
All right. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for your help. And yeah, hopefully everybody buys some legit jewelry.
Thanks for having me.